Tawhad, who's the CPIM leader, joining us on the phone line. Mr. Tawhad, this violence that's right now, that what was reported, one man dead, 3 of them injured. This is possibly an nth time that we are bringing a report like this on our channel. And it's shocking to see this kind of lawlessness that prevails in West Bengal right ahead of Panchayat polls. Assembly polls, we saw the state burning. We're seeing similar situations during Panchayat polls as well. Begs us to believe that West Bengal is a land that does not have a law in place at all.
One has to understand that the Trinamool Congress here in West Bengal has always implemented a policy where opposition will not be allowed to file their nomination. And if you see, this entire cycle of violence starts before the nomination process. And the first day of nomination, we had 1 death of the opposition members here. On the final day of nomination, that is today, we have 1 death, and we have 2 people very, very seriously and grievously injured. They have got bullet injuries and they are fighting for their lives. A number of other places in subdivisions and blocks, the Trinamool Congress has encircled the nomination centers and not allowing the opposition to enter the nomination centers to file the nomination papers. Now, this is a very planned move on behalf of the Trinamool Congress, which unfortunately the police has become partisan to, and they are not playing the neutral role that they should be playing. It is this situation in which local people are starting to resist, and local people are resisting because they want the Panchayat to return to the way they functioned in the left front, where the decentralization of the administration, the devolution of funds which went into the Panchayat were used for the benefit of the Panchayat area people, which has now converted totally into a scheme of funds that goes into the TMC leadership and their lackeys. This situation is absolutely what we call creating this conflict at the local level, and we are seeing common people are resisting. If you look at the entire
So you entirely blame the TMC for this?
If you see, up till now, in a number of subdivisions and blocks, the opposition have not been allowed to file their nomination. You've got a High Court instruction coming a few hours ago that the Calcutta police have been instructed to escort those people who have appealed to the High Court. The Calcutta police will have to escort them to the nomination sectors and ensure that their nomination is filed. That is the standing instruction given just a few hours ago. So this is the last day of the nomination. This is the violence that is being perpetrated by the Trinamool Congress over here during the Panchayat election. And one has to keep in mind that this Panchayat election is a very, very crucial election, because prior to this, in the Baliganj by-election, the Trinamool was severely reprimanded, and their vote count had come down significantly. The BJP was relegated to the 3rd position, following which in Parganas, we've seen that the Trinamool candidate was defeated in that election. And this is the situation that is prevailing in West Bengal. And the nominations that have been filed, one after the other, you will see when the election results come out, that the Bengal, electorate, have made up their mind that they are going to ensure that the Trinamool will be defeated and the BJP will be relegated to the 3rd position. That is the way Bengal is going. And hence, the police, the administration, the Trinamool Congress, lumpen people who are there with bombs and arms, they are actually trying to ensure that the opposition does not file their nomination. Once the nomination is filed, rest assured, Bengal is going to see a massive change over here. And the Trinamool has clearly identified that nomination from the opposition should not reach the nomination centers, and their nomination should not be accepted. And they are creating barricades. In a number of places, they have put a bench over there and said nobody will cross the bench. In Bhangar, we have seen they have put a bench on the road leading to the BDO office. And after the bench, the Trinamool has unleashed a barrage of bombs and gunfire.